Boom, live
Are you
with
there?
Beard Cam. Oh, there we go. For those of you who think we're experiencing technical difficulties, that's Beard Cam. There we go. Boom. It's a mountain man week. For those of you out there who want to live the life of adventure and you're a guy, just grow a beard. Don't be like me who can't grow a beard and you don't live a life of adventure. It's a life of non-adventure. So add a beard to your life and step up your game. Vinnie, we have
Man, can you hear me at all?
What?
My connection's so bad.
Yeah, you don't. I'm not getting a reception from you very well. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. Uh-oh. Well, for those of you out there, maybe losing Vinny, he's been driving around, showing numerous properties, covering the county, looking at different areas. For those of you out there who wonder, like, what are areas like a Vista? What's it like in Escondido? What's it like in El Cajon? What's it like in Chula Vista? What's it like in La Jolla? What's it like in Hillcrest? What's it like in North Park? Vinny knows those areas because he's driving them. He's showing property. So until Vinny joins us, I just want to share some information with you. So what happened? Oh, he could be coming back. He's back.
Man, this connection's... Yeah, I'm here, but the connection's really bad. So, can you hear me or no?
Well, let's try and do this fast so that we don't lose you because you are an important person to your millions of fans, and we don't want to deprive them of any of your time. So, do you want to not step out super quick before we lose you again?
Perfect. Okay, so I'm right now in Eastlake, right? As you can see, there's so many parks in this area. The negative, though, is internet is horrible out here. So positive is a lot of parks in Eastlake, but internet, right? The connection is not the greatest. But yeah,
I like your positive outlook.
Thank you. So there's a lot of parks out here. It's a newer community. People call it kind of, I guess, newer Chula Vista and some of the East Lakeans, whatever that be called. Might get...
For some of us out there that don't know things about properties, when you build a new community, is there any additional taxes that come into play?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Wow, look at this. You can tell that he's in the lending side. We have Melrose.
Wow.
Melrose.
Boom.
Usually in communities, I would say,
Melrose, JR.
Melrose. I would say you're talking about communities that are 2005, 2004 or newer. You'll probably see some kind of Melrose attached to those communities. Usually they're 20 or 30-year bonds.
There you go.
Yeah.
So for those of you, let's elaborate a little bit. The Melrose means you have an additional tax. And if there's anything the state of California loves, it's taxes. And so they will add a little bit more for you to have brand new sidewalks, brand new street lamp, beautiful parks like what Vinny's, doing wind sprints in right now, which, by the way, Vinny does a 440 and 3.9 seconds for those of you who didn't know. It's freaking fast. So, we lost Vinny. Well, if he doesn't come back, let's look at what happened this week in economics, because I know a lot of you want to know. So inflation came out this week, and you're wondering, what's inflation? Does it really exist? Because every time you turn on the news, they say it doesn't exist. And unfortunately, the current administration thinks it doesn't exist either. But for those of you out there that actually buy things, eat food, and use energy, producer price index came out 7.8% in July. What does that mean? It means your prices went up 7.8% on items. That's massive. And then also what the Fed really likes to look at, core PPI, came out this week again in July, 6.2%. What were they expecting? 5.6%. So for those of you who are wondering what's going to go on with the market, well, if you look at interest rates and you look at inflation, and you're noticing that everything keeps getting more and more expensive, that's a problem for you. And that's going to continue as long as spending continues. So, unfortunately, quantitative easing that keeps going and going and going means inflation is going to keep going and going and going. We may end up hitting stagflation later, which, Vinny, I hope this never happens. But if we hit stagflation, very, very bad. And then let's look at some good notes besides talking about all this negative Nelly crap. So, unemployment claims are down nationally. Pandemic claims are down nationally. We're only at 12 million people collecting pandemic claims. Now, state of California was actually up 68,000 claims for unemployment. So not so good, but there's just like R2D2 with I blew that one.
Well, R2D2 is probably similar to the connection that we're having here on my side, where it's a boop bop boop bop beep bop, right?
Vinny, we understand, because for those of you who don't know, Vinny's actually out in the field selling homes, doing deals, looking at housings, looking at listings, exploring places. And sometimes with that territory, there comes bad reception. And so, unfortunately, Vinny, I may have nightmares after this because of not having your clear reception coming through, but hopefully the millions of people watching this.
Yeah, well, hopefully not. And you know what? Again, the market is slowly trickling back up right there. So nothing really too drastic this week. I mean, we still have, again, the moratorium on evictions. I know I say it until I'm blue in the face until end of September. So we'll kind of go ahead. Sorry.
That's interesting that you mentioned that moratorium, because there was actually data that came out that shows for people who went into forbearance on their mortgage have now exited forbearance and they're paying. Oh. So full circle for those of you who've been watching us for weeks, and thank you for all of our millions of fans. That foreclosure wave you think is coming is not. Unless we hit a massive, massive recession because of, stagflation and inflation, which hopefully we don't hit. But I still think we're due for a mild recession. So, there we go. So people aren't foreclosing on their houses. That's good.
Very good. Well, you know what? I think we gave kind of all the nuggets. Try to keep that in 10 minutes. Go back to our random real estate questions video out there. And we're going to try that again. We would love your feedback. Also, we need to do another buyer seminar coming up fairly soon. Give you better updates. We're going to do a lot of those things. Comment below. Reach out to myself or David if you have any kind of particular questions that you want us to answer, or where you want us to dive deeper into, or even if you, while I'm out and about, I mean, I know some people out there love getting a better understanding of the different communities and kind of seeing what they look like.
Vinny's cam froze. That now looks like what you look like when you overindulge in happy hour. Well, my friends, we're going to have to end this thing. Looks like we got some bad reception. So I wish you guys all a great weekend. Vinny wishes you a great weekend. Reach out to us with anything. Otherwise, we're going to let you go, and shows must come to an end. Oh, my God. Now we got two Vinnies.